Imagine for a moment that you have in your hands the secret keys of one of the richest men in the world. How would your life change if you could learn directly from Carlos Slim, the Mexican tycoon who built an empire and amassed a fortune of more than $80 billion? Slim was not born with a silver spoon in his mouth. He did not inherit a fortune, and he was not exempt from financial difficulties. He made his wealth from scratch, and he did so by applying a set of principles that are incredibly simple, but which the vast majority ignore or do not apply correctly. Today, you are going to discover Carlos Slim's 7 fundamental investment rules. But first, I warn you, this is not what you expect. Slim does not follow market trends. He does not get carried away by emotions or focus on what everyone is looking at. He thinks differently, and his strategies will surprise you. The most incredible thing is that these rules have been in plain sight for everyone for years, but almost no one applies them. Why? These rules will give you an edge over the 99% of investors who keep making the same mistakes over and over again. Are you ready to discover Carlos Slim's best-kept secrets? Let's get started. Carlos Slim was born on January 28, 1940 in Mexico City, and is currently one of the most influential businessmen in the world, considered an icon of success in Latin America. The son of Lebanese immigrants, from a young age, he showed a natural talent for business. At the age of 12, he had already bought his first shares, and at 17, Slim was already managing his own assets, learning from his father the importance of investing and saving. Slim studied civil engineering at Mexico's National Autonomous University, but it was his business acumen that catapulted him to success. In the 1960s, he founded his first real estate and construction company, but it was in the 1980s and 1990s that he really consolidated his empire. He took advantage of Mexico's economic crises to acquire companies at low prices, including Telmex, the country's largest telecommunications company, which would become the basis of his fortune. Through his Grupo Carso conglomerate, Slim diversified his portfolio into sectors such as telecommunications, finance, retail, and media. Companies such as América Móvil, one of the largest telecommunications companies in the world, are part of his empire. Today, Slim is considered one of the richest men in the world with a fortune of just over $86 billion, and its success is attributed to a combination of business vision, strategic investment, and consistent reinvestment of profits. Let's see then what these rules have been that have catapulted him to financial success. Rule 1. Invest in what you know. The power of simplicity. Carlos Slim has always been a cautious investor, and one of his most important rules is to only invest in what you know. Why jump into a sector you don't understand? This may sound basic, but it's surprising how many people invest in industries they barely understand just because they heard they are the future or that they promise high returns in the coming years. Slim has repeatedly said in interviews that his greatest successes come from companies and industries he is familiar with. For example, he specialized in telecommunications early on and built his empire in that sector. Telmex and América Móvil are the pillars of his fortune, companies he understood perfectly before making any big moves. Investing in what you know doesn't just mean being familiar with the products or services that the company offers. It means understanding the economics of that sector, its challenges, its growth potential, and its risks. By doing this, you significantly reduce the chance of making costly mistakes. So, the advice here is clear. Don't be tempted to invest in something just because it's trendy. Before you put down a cent, make sure you really understand what you're investing in. If you don't understand it, spend time learning about it, or better yet, invest in something you're already proficient in. Rule 2. Take advantage of crises. Where some see chaos, Slim sees opportunity. Carlos Slim has known how to take advantage of crises better than anyone. While most people panic when the market falls or there is economic uncertainty, Slim sees new business opportunities. One of his most powerful rules is that crises are the best opportunities to buy undervalued assets. During the 1982 economic crisis in Mexico, when many businessmen were selling their assets to survive, Slim did the opposite. He bought companies in strategic sectors at very low prices, which then flourished when the economy recovered. This move was key to consolidating his empire and becoming one of the most important businessmen in Mexico and the world. The key point of this rule is not to panic. During a crisis, the prices of many assets go down, but that doesn't mean that the real value of those assets has disappeared. Slim has repeatedly said that when everyone is selling, he is buying, and when everyone is buying, he is selling. He remains calm and makes decisions based on long-term value, not on the emotions of the moment. To apply this rule, the important thing is to prepare. Slim always has liquidity available to take advantage of opportunities that arise in times of crisis. So, when a recession or a moment of uncertainty comes, instead of panicking, stay calm and look for opportunities where others see only chaos. Crises can be the best time to grow if you are ready to take advantage of them. If you found today's video useful, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next content. Let's continue. Rule 3. Smart diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. One of the most well-known maxims in the investment world is diversification, but Carlos Slim takes this concept to the next level. Slim not only diversifies across multiple industries, but he does so intelligently. Most of his investments are interconnected, meaning they leverage each other to generate growth. For example, Slim has invested in telecommunications, banking, infrastructure, retail, and media. While these sectors may seem distinct, they all support each other. Telecommunications needs a solid infrastructure to function, while banking depends on a stable business environment to thrive. And media requires effective platforms to distribute its content. Slim has created a network where each investment empowers the others, creating a virtuous cycle of growth and stability. This approach shows that it is not just about diversifying, but doing so strategically. Smart diversification is key to reducing risk and maximizing growth opportunities. If you put all your capital into one asset class or sector, you are taking unnecessary risk. Instead, by diversifying and ensuring that investments complement each other, you can create synergies that facilitate long-term success. Rule 4. Reinvest profits, the snowball that never stops. Another of Carlos Slim's fundamental rules is to reinvest profits. Instead of immediately spending what he earns, Slim is a firm believer that money should work for you. This philosophy has been key in the accumulation of his immense fortune. The logic behind this strategy is pretty simple. When you reinvest your profits, you generate more income, which allows you to continue investing at a higher level. It's like a snowball that grows bigger and more powerful over time. At first, it may not seem like much, but over the long term, this strategy can make the difference between an investment that only generates moderate returns and one that creates truly significant wealth. Slim is known for living a relatively simple life compared to other billionaires. He is not one to splurge on unnecessary luxuries. In fact, his biggest spending has been on investments that have returned him much more than he initially invested. For example, instead of buying yachts or luxury homes, he focuses on projects that have a high return potential. The lesson is this: don't be too quick to spend your earnings. Instead, reinvest to generate more income in the future. This reinvestment mindset not only strengthens your financial situation, but also brings you ever closer to your goals. Rule 5. Control is essential. Active versus passive investment. One of Carlos Slim's most interesting rules is his focus on having control over the companies he invests in. Slim is not a passive investor who simply puts his money in an investment fund and expects results. He wants to have control, or at least significant influence over the companies he is involved in. This mindset is central to his success and is one of the reasons he has amassed an impressive fortune. It's not just about buying stocks, but understanding that the more control you have over your investments, the more you can influence their success. This Mexican investor typically opts for majority stakes in key companies in his portfolio, allowing him to make strategic decisions that maximize returns. This strategy not only gives him an active role in management, but also gives him a clearer view of what's going on within each company. For small investors, this rule translates into the importance of being actively involved in their investments. It is not enough to simply buy stocks and forget about them. It is crucial to thoroughly research companies and their industries. Attending shareholder meetings, reading annual reports, and staying abreast of relevant news are key practices to increase knowledge and confidence in investment decisions. Knowledge is power, And by having greater control over your investment decisions, you not only increase your chances of success, but you also become a more astute and strategic investor. Rule 6. Think long-term. Patience as a competitive advantage. If there is one thing that characterizes Carlos Slim, it is his patience. While many investors seek to make quick profits, Slim has always had a long-term vision. His investments are not made with the idea of selling them in a few months or even a few years. Slim buys to hold and see his investments grow over time, which is what distinguishes him from most. This long-term mindset has allowed him to weather economic storms and take advantage of growth cycles that many other investors would not have expected. When the market goes through tough times, many get scared and decide to sell. However, Slim, instead of panicking, holds on to his investments, confident that their value will increase over time. A clear example of his patient approach is the way he has developed his telecommunications empire. Slim did not seek immediate results. Instead, he committed to building and improving his companies gradually, investing time and resources in infrastructure, technology, and human talent. This strategy has not only allowed him to grow steadily, but has also strengthened his position in the market. To apply this rule to your life, ask yourself, are you investing for the short term or the long term? Many people are tempted to sell at the first sign of trouble, seeking immediate gains. However, true wealth is built with patience and time. Keep your investments going and resist the temptation to divest at the slightest setback. Remember that he who sows with patience reaps abundantly. Adopt that mindset and watch how your investments can grow significantly over time. Rule 7. Focus on productivity. Slim stresses the importance of optimizing the use of resources, both human and material, to maximize performance. This involves being meticulous in eliminating waste, ensuring that each resource is used efficiently and continually improving work processes. Furthermore, technology plays a crucial role in this productivity improvement. Slim advocates the adoption of new technologies that help automate tasks, reduce costs, and increase efficiency. Investing in tools that improve workflow not only improves productivity, but also strengthens the company's ability to adapt to technological and economic changes. Finally, focusing on productivity also means fostering an organizational culture that values efficient work. Slim emphasizes the importance of leaders motivating their employees to be more productive by providing training, setting clear goals, and maintaining simple structures that avoid bureaucracy. Remember, investing isn't just for the rich, it's for anyone willing to be disciplined and follow smart strategies. Slim's rules have proven effective over the decades, and you can benefit from them too. Are you planning to adopt any of these 7 fundamental rules of Carlos Slim? We'll read your comments. If you like this content, remember to give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video.